Alright, what is going on, guys? It is your boy Prime Shino back in another video, and in this video I'm doing my One Piece manga chapter 1024 review. The name of the chapter is called So and So, and there's no cover page, no cover story or whatever. I don't know why that is, but I wait when I do the One Piece reviews, I wait for Sunday for the official viz release, and that's basically how I see the chapters, how I read them, how I prefer them, for the translations. And so like I like to wait for Sunday, because if I read them on Sunday, then I'll know that Sunday is One Piece Day basically, and that most likely it'll be a chapter unless we're on a break. But anyway, let's get into that. So the name of the chapter is called So and So, and we're gonna find that out the name of the chapter later. But anyway, we start the chapter off on the second floor of Onigashima, and we see a bunch of Kaido's men being knocked out by Haki, and people are asking if that's Conqueror's Haki, but we actually see Usopp. Usopp just sitting there. It looks like he's sitting on a crocodile, alligator, or some sort of dragon, but he's sitting there pretending that it was him who has the Conqueror's Haki. He calls himself Usohachi, the Sibling Hunter, which is very in character for Usopp, because I feel like we haven't seen Usopp lie in a long time, but he's pretending now to be a Conqueror's Haki user. But we know Usopp is not like that. He can't be a Conqueror's Haki user. But it's actually Big Mom fighting Kid and Law, because her Haki is so profound and strong that every time she throws an attack, the Haki knocks out the fodder. So yeah, so that's what Usopp's doing right now. I guess it'll give him the edge, make them fear him more. Well, good on Usopp though. He's doing all right. You know, he's there. He's looking a lot more confident because of this. But anyway, we see also the one who says it is Speed. I forgot her name, but she's the horse girl, and she's holding Tama, and when Nami's with her right there. But yeah, so we see Nami. She has a transponder snail. She's communicating to Frankie. And Frankie's in a right brain tower skull dome, and uh, and Frankie's asking is Frankie. They're talking about Momonosuke and what Momonosuke said earlier about telling everyone that Luffy's gonna come back and that he's gonna beat Kaido, even though he got knocked down from Onigashima. But yeah, so they're talking about Momo and how he should be with Shinobu right now, because that's the last time that they saw Momo with someone. So yeah, it's pretty good. And yeah, they're talking about what's going on in the battle. The battle's going crazy. We see Law's men, and Frankie's on the performance floor with Law's men, and we see Beppo, the polar bear, and two other members of Law's crew. They're fighting Kaido's men, and we see, as we know, Frankie told them to, but Beppo takes issue with this, because he's like, don't order me around, because we're pirate alliances, you don't tell me what to do, basically. So that's what Beppo is doing, and Frankie and Nami. So we cut to the third floor, and last time obviously we saw Robin was in her demonio form, and basically demon form. Could have had armament haki in some way, since she trained with the revolutionaries for 2 years. Not just, and she didn't become stronger mentally or intellectually, I guess, because she gained knowledge, but gained more strength as well. But anyway, we see the third floor, and as we know, Robin used fire. She lit up the third floor to give her the advantage against Black Maria. So we see the flame going all over the third floor, and that is literally burning down. And we see Brook. He's carrying Robin. He has to carry Robin because she was obviously unconscious after this. So he's taking her out, because if not, she would have burnt to death. We don't want Robin to die. So I don't know how long she's gonna be out for. It does seem like she'll be out for a while. Since that form took a lot out of her. But at least she took out one of the Tobiropo. It looked like she might have killed the Black Mirror, because she snapped her neck, So yeah. So after this, we cut to the Kid Pirates on the fourth floor. The Kid Pirates are doing their thing. They're fighting, and we see Brook calling Jinbei, and Jinbei he's also on the fourth floor with the Kid Pirates, and so yeah, they're talking. So yeah, Jinbei's talking about asking who's going to be able to hold Kaido back, since they were last told that Luffy was gonna come back, but as of right now, and their knowledge, he's not capable of fighting right now since he just got knocked off the Onigashima, the roof, basically. So yeah, and we see Kawamatsu doing his thing on the performance floor outside. So yeah, that's what they're up to. But then we cut to the roof of Onigashima where all the crazy stuff goes down. We see Yamato. She attacks Kaido with a move called Nabikabura Arrow. So we see she swings her iron club just like her father, and they're just exchanging blows right now. They're clashing, you know what I'm saying? They're deflecting attacks. Kaido does one attack where he just crushes her into a wall. So yeah, Kaido brings up the fact that Yamato has always intended to kill him, and so he's, I honestly, from what we've seen Kaido doesn't seem that bothered by Yamato wanting to be Odin, referring to herself as Odin, and she even says it that she loves Odin, and asks him if it's a crime to admire someone because she admires Kozuki Odin. So he doesn't seem bothered by it. He's just like whatever. It's like a little annoying thing that she does, but we actually get a flashback to young Yamato as a child, back when, yeah, back right after Odin lost control and Wano was under Kaido, and yeah, I think this is around the time when Odin was killed, and they were completely Wano was completely under the control of Orochi and Kaido. So we see Yamato, she's being chained up, and we see a bunch of Kaido's men knocked out on the ground, and we see, and as we see Yamato, she's right there, and all the men around her are knocked out, which are Kaido's men, but she's obviously in chains, so she is against them, and uh, Kaido asks her what happened, about why is there so many knocked over men. She tells them that she doesn't know, that they just fell over, and she's starving right now because obviously Kaido, he did not treat her very well. He's letting her starve right now, and we find out that Yamato is actually uses Color of the Supreme King, so she uses Conqueror's Haki, and and Kaido likes this. You know what I'm saying? He's like that's a good sign, I guess. The good Conqueror's Haki. So yeah. So he just walks away, uh, telling her that if she doesn't gain some sense and stops the whole Odin act, then he'll leave and he'll check back on her in a month, which is not good because she'll obviously starve to death within a month. And we see a couple of swordsmen from the land of Wano. They're alive right now, and they're kind of in the little chamber. I don't want to say chamber, but it's like a cave where they're being held alongside with Yamato. And Yamato notices the swordsman sitting right there, and I don't think they're not even chained up. I don't think they're just sitting there peacefully, minding their own business, sitting there. And Yamato tells Kaido that they'll kill me because I'm your child. You know what I'm saying? But Kaido reminds her, like, aren't you the son of Odin? So like, why would they attack you if you claim to be Odin so much? Shouldn't you not be getting attacked by your samurai? So, and she also thinks to herself that I am Odin, but also the son of Kaido, his killer. So that's kind of that whole thing. And she says that she's smart enough to know that these samurai will hate her, and I don't think we've seen these samurai. We might have seen them before, but I'm actually going to bring something up later on in the review about who these men are, and we see one of them stand up and pick up a blade because there's a bunch of blades just shoved into the ground where they're being held real quick, and one of the samurai goes up and gives her food, on a plate, and she doesn't want to eat it because the whole code of honor thing for samurai about a samurai does not feel hunger, and she's starving. But we see one of the samurai to tell her to eat up well, you know what I'm saying? So, and she's thinking to herself that these samurai are amazing because they're not hungry and they're not eating at all, and she's stuffing her mouth with rice, with onigiri, I think it's called, like rice balls. Like she's eating them up. She's thanking them for letting uh her eat. You know what I'm saying? Even if she claims to be Kozuki Odin, and he asked them, she asked them if she could be a samurai, even if she gets even though she gets hungry, and one of the men pulls up a blade, and it's Enma. Wait, one of the men pulls up a blade, cuts the chains. It looks a lot like Enma. It might be Enma. If it is, then it has to be Enma. I'm sorry. I'm noticing this now in the review. I'm noticing this right now. It could be Enma. If it is, then that's crazy. If it is, then sorry for not noticing. But one of the men grabs a blade, cuts the chains off, and so something that stood out to me was that it shows this man, this samurai. He looks a lot like Zoro. So this could potentially be Shimotsuki Ushimaru, I believe his name was, a direct descendant of the sword god Ryuma. And in my opinion, he looks a lot like Zoro. And this is obviously during the time of Odin's death. So this was many years ago. Kaido was younger. Yamato was a child. So I'm convinced, and it would make sense since the last chapter they brought up. Last chapter, Spreading Image 1023. They brought up the talk about Shimotsuki Ushimaru and Shimotsuki Ryuma, and being kind of close to Zoro in a sense. So it would be a really well executed Oda move for him to incorporate Ushimaru in the next chapter. So then we see her. She as a child she has Odin's journal, which we know she has it now as an adult. So yeah, and she says that she shows the journal to the other samurai and tells them that she wants to read it, but it's too hard for her. And we see them be like, they're shocked because it's like that's Odin's voyage log. You know what I'm saying? So this is what Odin has been doing for the past couple of years, that he's left the Wano country to explore the world with Roger and with Whitebeard. You know, he knows about the One Piece, the Void Century. He knows everything about the world, basically, on the voyage that he went on. So yeah, so that's basically what it is. And they basically tell Yamato that they're going to fight Kaido so she can live. They free her and tell her that they're going to fight Kaido in order for her to live for the day of the years that Toki mentioned, and Odin in 20 years, the day that Wano will be free, and there'll be a new dawn brought upon the world, obviously referring to Luffy. And we see the Zoro looking man, perhaps Ushimaru, with a crest on his back. It's like a circle with two blades crossed through it, like an X, and he's standing there Nitoryu, two sword, Odin style, with both his swords out, and he cuts open the cave, and they know that they're gonna die, and Yamato reminds them of this, but they say that they're okay with it because they were never gonna bend the knee to Kaido anyways, and Kaido had them there for just in case they were going to give up for Kaido. So these could be some of the samurai that Yasui mentioned. They could be daimyos, because as we know, Kaido and Orochi, they basically told the daimyos of Wano at the time, if you're not gonna, you either work for us, be under us, or you die. So these samurai, perhaps daimyos. Yet again, we know that Ushimaru was a daimyo during the time of Odin. So these could be them. I guarantee they are. I guarantee they are. But I don't want to jump to any assumptions. But yeah, then we cut to present day of Wano, and we see Yamato have an attack, and she's telling Kaido that there are people who believe in her, that to help Wano, even if she's the son or the daughter of Kaido. And he asks her why he steals her freedom. Why does he steal Wano's freedom? And Kaido responds that, and I quote, "Because life isn't a series of simple questions with simple answers." So that's what Kaido says he calls her a naive child, and they go Thunder Bagua clash together. The Conqueror's Haki spewing off. You know what I'm saying? So that's the end of the chapter. So to be continued. So this chapter was not that long. It was pretty short. I'm just me talking about it might have seemed pretty long, but it really wasn't that long. I've been recording for 15 minutes, but dude, that's gonna be it for chapter 1024. I think it was a good chapter. Nothing too crazy. Like the most craziest thing about this chapter is Yamato having Conqueror's Haki and the potential. Well, at least to me, I don't know if anyone caught this, or maybe I'm just completely dead wrong. But the potential showing of Shimotsuki Ushimaru, and yeah, so that's basically what's going on. There's no break. We're gonna get a new chapter directly next week, next Sunday, 1025. But that's gonna be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and until then, see you in the next one. Peace. I'll be doing 1025 next Sunday when it releases. So peace.